Imagine living in the 60s and thinking that we in 2022 would have flying cars, teleportation devices, or even be able to travel through space. But in fact, we have none of that shit. But what we have are people and other people showing them for money. And by doing that, you will earn more money than someone who spent 10 years in university to become a doctor. And you wonder how, or probably you wonder how and why. Social media. No one could have thought the proportion would take in our lives. And by looking at social media, we're constantly exposed to wealth. And you, by looking at that every day, you're going to be influenced by it. And consciously or consciously, you're going to desire that kind of wealth because you're always exposed to it. And then you're going to wonder yourself, but how? How can I get that wealth through social media? Because me too, I wanted that easy way. And the answer is simple: Dubai Porta Potty. For some people, it might be hard to get rich through social media, but if you're a good looking girl, it's easier because that's how it goes. You know the algorithm, you know how it is. And you can become rich through YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, OnlyFans. Doesn't have to be sexual content, but you see you have many options. You still need to grind. The grind is still required even in that kind of competition because you're not the only good looking girl. But some girls don't want the hard way. They don't want to hustle. They just want that quick money. They want to reach, let's call it the Dubai heaven. They want to reach it without doing too much effort. How? Like I said, welcome to a world where being a deluxe toilet will make you earn more money than a doctor. Now, let's understand what Dubai Porta Potty means. If you know, Porta Potty means public toilet. Then you got Dubai. You put it together, you guessed it, you're intelligent. And basically, like I said earlier, girls are treated as public toilet. It's sad to say it, but it's the reality. And now we're going to dive in the process, how to join this dynasty. Let's call it like that. It's either you go to Dubai, you meet the agents, and through that they might make you join the group or not. For those who watch the NBA, it feels like the draft. So you got the pre-draft, where you go, you meet the agents, your future team, and then you got the draft day.
With the first pick in the 2019.
No messing, but you know, it's probably how it goes. Or the second option, you have someone that will DM you on Instagram. And basically, if you're good looking, he's gonna propose you for let's say 30K, he'll fly you to Dubai. And you'll stay there for 3 months, or you won't be able to access your social media, of course, but you'll stay there for 3 months. He'll buy you some clothes, he'll pay you everything, and you get 30K in addition to that. Also, I will put a video of a YouTuber that reads DMs of a girl getting texted by a guy in Dubai.
Hi, it's Amin. Good evening. First, I want to say that you look very beautiful. I'm sure we could find a solution. If you would come in Paris Thursday, would be nice. Another model from Russia will be here, but you don't need to have any interactions with her. Mercy, I'm a little sick. Catch a cold, maybe I will fit on Thursday. How many days you stay in Paris? I don't like another girls, I'm too crazy. The nature of these girls, they're all doing the same job yet they hate each other. In Paris, I will stay till next Thursday. If you stay the whole week, I thought about $35,000. $35,000 for a whole week. You don't need to interact with the other girl. She has the junior suit. You have a different junior suit too, or staying in mine, which is bigger. But I need specific services from you. I want to make sure you can provide it because I have particular fantasies. She agreed to the $35,000.
After you saw how it went when someone DM'd you, now I will read some confessions so you have a better idea of what goes down when you go to Dubai. What are the crazy things you're about to experience if you ever feel like going to Dubai. I will also put on the screen so you can read it, but I'll also read it out loud. So if you're lazy, I'm here to do the job for you. That's why I'm doing YouTube, to ease your life. The next night thought was when it got insane. After all day of that at sea and sex, the servants let us know tonight the most important night, so we make sure we look our best. I walked into my sex room and they had plaster all on the bed. I figured they wanted to pion me. I don't know how you can know what they're about to do and be like, oh, you know, I know it's part of the job. For me, it's just beyond comprehension. So this time, instead of 3 come in the room, only 1 does. You know, maybe they had another match. This time of the year, I think the national selections are playing, so maybe they had to go back home and play with their national teams. He had sex with me, gave me his children all over my face. That's how I'm going to say it. Then he pops a squat and shits all over my chest. Things really went like 0 to 100 real quick. Like, can you imagine? Don't imagine the scene, but do imagine the scene for this situation. But you're there, it happened. The dude out of nowhere. No, don't even. Let's not even talk about it. And he was pushing out. It feels like it was on a Taco Tuesday. I don't know why, probably the pushing out, but if it's a good day, it just like drops on its own. If it's a bad day, Taco Tuesday, you gotta push out. It became really liquefying. It got all over my face, in my mouth. Oh my god. Taco Tuesday. I instantly pop and start throwing up everywhere. He grabs me by my head, slaps me so hard and tells me it's not finished. But I could not stop throwing up since I had poo in my mouth. With his broken English, he told me if it doesn't finish, then I don't get paid. Right then, I never had missed my boyfriend. Well, I never had missed my boyfriend more. That's probably fucked up. If your boyfriend knew what you were about to do when you travel to Dubai, like, you do your thing, it's your relationship. But if you told him some lies like, oh yeah, I'm going on a business trip, and that's what you're doing behind his back, Jesus, how? Don't have the audacity of mentioning, don't even think about him. No, that's disrespectful. Come on. Like, you're disrespecting yourself, you're disrespecting your boyfriend. Like I said, if you know, it's all good. You do you, you're a couple, it's your relationship, we have nothing to say. But if you didn't, how can you go behind me, cheat with fucking 3 or 4 guys on average, just because they pay you some Gucci, and then like because one guy like just crapped on you, you think about me? Ain't no way. Like Hoodville said, she's broke. Right now she's broke, I'm up. So basically that's it for the first confession. I will read the second one. I'll probably just read the introduction and how she felt after and what went like in between. But if it's too like graphic, you'll just read it for yourself. And then when you look at him, you know he's full of money. He told me he liked me and wanted to spend a night with me in a quiet place. He proceeded and told me in exchange for a day shopping at the stores of my choice and a large amount of money donation, 50k. I was like speechless. And how surprised I was at his proposal. I spoke to my friend and she tells me that here in Dubai is like this. But there's nothing to fear, that I should think of all the bags, branded accessories, etc. that I could have in one day, not counting the enormous amount of money I would have in exchange for just one night in thought within me. No one needs to know that I've traded my body for jewelry and clothes. Come on. We all fall from home. Who's about to know about it? What happens in Dubai dies in Dubai, of course. That's why we're talking about it right now. It died in Dubai. Then I made the mistake of accepting that exchange. Like you said, I don't need to say no more. Oh my gosh, my ordeal was about to begin. He wasn't alone. There were 4 other men with him. That's probably the national team. That's where they've been. So we found them. I didn't have the right to talk. I just had to hold on till it was all over. I thought I would only have to deal with one man. Everything was changing already. No, I don't even have words. It was far more than I could handle that night. I was their sexual object. Actually the object of their sexual sadism. It becomes pretty graphic, so you can read it on your own for that one. And finally, how she felt is, today I feel dirty. I lost my humanity, my dignity. I want to die. Everything I got, those expensive gifts and $1 million purchases in exchange tonight disgust me. Month go by and I still smell feces, urine, and sperm. I'm pretty sure I can say that in my mouth, as if they're being deposited in me now. I need to talk about this because no one knows what she's been through until today except my friend. She destroyed me. I know she will read it and I just want her to know that she ruined my life. Quick disclaimer, these confessions are taken from the internet. I don't have the guarantee it's true, so just for the sake of the video we'll say it's true, but you never know. So first of all, let's go back to the last confession that we read, and she said that she felt destroyed and she blamed her friend, that her friend is responsible for what happened. I will ask you this question: is she solely to blame, or is her friend solely to blame, or both? I'll give you a quick example. Imagine a drug dealer goes and see a kid, or not a kid, just like someone, let's say 20 years old guys, and he tells him, okay, you want some quick money, you want to buy some Gucci, some designer, I got you, but you gonna sell some weed for me, okay? And the dude thinks, oh, okay, so I can live that fast life without doing too much and just selling weed. Put me in it, no problem. And a few months go by, the dude sells the weed, there's no problem, and one day the drug dealer comes, let's say the trap lord comes in, And he's like, I bet today you go and kill someone for me, okay? You gonna lay a knob off. And the dude is like, no, bro, you told me I'm just selling weed. I'm not killing someone. The trap lord says, The trap lord destroys the guy. He got beat up so bad, he ended up at the hospital. Then the trap lord threatened his family. The guy does it, he murders someone. Are you gonna put the entirety of the blame on the trap lord or on that guy because he was stupid? Because no, he was stupid. That's how we say it. Because remember, no one forced him, no one pressured him. The trap lord came to him, told him, if you want money, you can do that. I'm not forcing you, I'm just proposing you. The dude said yes. Same situation. Those girls weren't forced, pressured, or anything. Someone DM'd them and they willingly accepted the offer. And the problem is that, first of all, prostitution is illegal in Dubai. It kind of joins the illegal world with the drug dealer. You go into the illegal side of the world. You can't expect like common rules, normal rules to apply how it apply like when you were following the normal path. You can't expect them to act like normal people that you meet every day that don't live with the same set of rules that you do, but you expect them to live the same set of rules that you do. No, you can't. You just have to realize that the second you decide to join that kind of world, the only reason that those girls do that is because they do it for clout and more for money in that case, because they think they're just gonna have sex. They think they're only sugar daddies. They see them as sugar daddies, but they ain't sugar daddies. Those motherfuckers brought you in a foreign country where you have no power, where you're alone, disconnected from the world, and you think you can complain. That's not how things work. You can't complain, you can't say shit, you're on your own. That's why don't trust them. I haven't read everything, but like if you read the actual text, the second confession, some girls had to sleep with animals, like with some dogs. They had like tuna in their vaginas. It just went beyond normal human attitude. You're basically fucked in your head. You weren't fucked enough to not make $1 million, but you were damn fucked to do that kind of shit to other people. But you can't trust them because, like I said, they see you as an object. They pay for your flight, they pay for your hotel, they pay for your clothes, they pay for your food, they pay you a salary. They see you as an object. I'm sorry to tell you like that, but it's the truth. You're an object. The second you accept, for them, you're just an object. Don't think it's only rich Arab men that do that. It's literally all rich men that are fucked in their mind. The video I saw the guy like pooping in that girl's mouth, it was a white guy. I can guarantee you that. Now that you know what Dubai Porta Potty is, the process, like how to join, and how it actually is when you're in it, I will give you my little like point of view on it, how I perceive it, and how I think it's probably a reflection of our society. Do I think that it will prevent people from doing it? No, because honestly, people only care about money. I mean, not everyone, but I know a large amount of people are ready to do anything for money, and you've seen that multiple times on social media. You've seen that on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. So many people doing dumb shit for 5 seconds of fame. Honestly, I won't do it. My value isn't equal to a few Gucci bags and a 3 month in Dubai. My value is probably equal to Tesla. You know, I know I'm pretty humble. That's just not something new. In Squid Game, they literally just show rich people entertaining themselves by using poor people's situation. That's just something that happens and will happen. Back in the days, like go back to your parents or grandparents era, 30, 40, let's say 20 years ago, university was the answer. You want millions, you go to university. You want a Bentley, you go to uni. You want a big house, you go to uni. But today, it's not the answer anymore because you see so many people getting rich like in months, weeks, years without just spending $1,000 in education. So in your mind, you're gonna think to yourself, okay, so they made it through like, let's say YouTube. So why do I have to go to university, get a loan, like not even sure to get a good job? I don't know how long it'll take to repay the loan, and they are having fun. They're just like taking the easy way without even like worrying about loan, nothing. So why do I have to do that when they aren't? This simple mindset will shift your point of view, shift your mentality, and probably make you go to Dubai. You'll reach the Dubai heaven. With just like university not being the answer, back in their days, Their values were centered around work hard to get what you want, and that's how you'll feel fulfilled. But today we don't have the time. That's not how our society evolved. Our society evolved by finding a way to be rich quick. You want to be rich super fast and enjoy life as soon as you can. That's how our mentality is. So of course people are gonna do anything to get that kind of money. Is it sad? You're the judge. It's your life too. It's your generation too. Also, don't forget that compared to previous generations, we are heavily exposed to fast dopamine excess. Just imagine, like back in the days, if you wanted to get a girl and like have sex, you had to go outside and talk to a girl. Or probably if you were really good, you use your imagination and then beat your meat. Today, you don't need none of that shit. Today, all you need to do is you take your computer, you just type the hub, you know the words. Then you got access to so much content, millions and millions of content in like 4K, whatever you want. That if you showed that to someone back in the 18th century, I swear to God, it's like you would put that dude on crack. It would be the same effect. That dude would have been overwhelmed by the amount of fast dopamine that I'm pretty sure he would have died. We're used to it, but even for us, it's so nauseous. So when you have this access to dopamine, this fast access to dopamine, why do you want to work like 30 years just to like take a loan to buy a house to then pay like the uni for your kids, the BCall, whatever? You work a 9 to 5 job, and you know that every weekend your kid, they go to nightclubs, they spend like hundreds of dollars on like tables, on drinks for girls that they ain't even gonna get. Why would you pick that path of life when you know you have another path that will lead you to much more money in a smaller amount of time? It's quick maths. And it's sad, like I said, because we've seen so many times that type of attitude. Just for example, the Ace family that bought followers just to be relevant in front of their public. Boot Gang, that dude literally gave his life to clout just to like for 5 seconds every time. And if you remember, back in 2018, I think that dude came on Adam 22 interview set. He was fucked up. That dude couldn't talk, that dude couldn't stand, he couldn't do shit. Because why? He gave his entire, not his entire life, but he gave like probably 4 years of his life like hardcore chasing that clout. Then you had kids committing licks in September and put on TikTok for what? For attention, 5 seconds. Do you even like remember one of those kids' name? No, you don't, because who the fuck cares about them? But they don't realize that. They'll just like run for a knockout game. If you were there in 2015, 2014, you probably remember that shit. Basically, you just had to go outside, knock out someone, a random person, film it, and post it on social media. That's it. Some people literally like knocked out the shelf people for nothing. Random strangers. Let's just say on the spectrum of clout, the clout chasing spectrum. That's how we're going to call it now. The clout chasing spectrum. Dubai is a 10. We've seen so many 7, 8, 6, 5, 4 that technically we used to this kind of mindset, but we're not used to the action of Dubai. That's like the main difference. And you can't really blame it on influencers because first of all, they post whatever they want, even if it's gonna influence people to take that road and go to Dubai and probably come back broken as fuck. It's sad, but you can't force them to change the type of content. The only thing that they can do is warn their own audience to be careful. Even though Dubai doesn't physically impact other people, do you think it's still good? Because when the influencers that went to Dubai are going to post about their lifestyle, other desperate people who want the same lifestyle are going to do the same thing. And then they might come back broken mentally, like I said. They might come back in pieces. They might feel like they've been dehumanized. You're constantly like pressured every day when you go social media. You see so many people who did so many things in such a short amount of time. Like they met Drake, they've been to Coachella, you don't know how. And then you got all these billionaire pages that are telling you, yeah, you gotta make money in your 20s or then you're trash. Then in your 30s, if you don't have money in 20s, then you fucked up your entire life. It's impossible to make money in your 30s. Like when you constantly see that, you're gonna think to yourself, okay, if I don't make money in my 20s, then I'm shit. Then I'm gonna waste my life and then that's it. I'm a loser. If you see you don't have the tools, skills to make money right now in your 20s, then work to make money in your 30s. Just don't listen to some random page on Instagram that told you you're gonna make money now. I'm probably sure that half of these motherfuckers that own those pages, they shit with their life. When you're surrounded by people who think the same way, directly or indirectly, you're going to think the same way, and then you're going to end up in a pit because you took the wrong decision, because you were pressured so much to do something that you completely failed. That's how it is. That's how it goes. It's life. It's our society. But that's why you need to understand that you don't need to rush things. You don't need to rush to success. You don't need to rush to money. If you wait, if you work your skill set, then you can achieve something. But you can't. But if you're ready to achieve something by taking the easy way, then you gotta be able to take what comes with it. That means the humiliation, the fact that they see you as a piece of trash, the fact that people don't really care about you, they only care about your persona. That you gotta be able to take that, or you gotta be able to take the long, I don't know if it's the long road, because for some people it might be the fastest road, but you gotta be able to work to accomplish your dreams, even though it might take some time. You gotta be ready to accept that, or even you gotta be ready to accept that you might fail, because it's true. You never know, you just might fail. So if you fail in your 20s, that's okay, bro. You ain't gonna die, even though life is short. If you're still alive in your 30s, that means you still have a decade to do something. And if you're still alive in your 40s, you still got another decade. Just work like that. Don't think that your 20s is the only moment in your life you have to make some money. That's completely false. Don't be stupid. And if you're watching this video, you are not stupid. I guess that's probably it for the video. Also, I don't understand like how we humans supposed to be this evolved species that has comprehension, common sense. If animals could judge us, they would be like, so you're telling me this species is the reason that my species is like on the brink of extinction? If you're doing that to help your family or something, I can understand, it's respectable, because not many would do that for their families or even friends. If you're doing that just to be able to get to the club and post your designer clothes, or even buy someone, go somewhere, whatever, you're stupid. There's nothing else to say. You're damn stupid. That is all I have to say, because there's nothing more to say. If those are your reasons, I'm telling you, in 90% of the cases, expensive alcohol tastes just like the normal alcohols. Trust me, I've tasted some. Nothing different, nothing that's like mesmerizing. So that's it for the video, guys. I hope you had a great time. Don't forget to put in the comments what you think about it, if you think it's really a reflection of today's society, and I hope to see you soon.